Snipers, Zambos,
Vampire nests.
This game's gonna get real intense.
Boob armor.
Boob armor. Hey kittens, welcome back to Boob Armor.
We are being sexy kittens today. We're here with Sunshine and Finger Wiener, and we're stalking boys again. This is going well.
Also, I'm really bad at being sexy.
Sexy time. I felt good going to bed that night. I felt like I could have a peaceful sleep. Previous nights rough, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, in case you missed it, we made out with Erik. Sunshine got a boner. We replaced a lot of keywords that are overused. This is a great way, though. Like, the way, this is so repetitive.
Yeah.
That we literally, I feel like, I'm just going to go ahead and say that we're probably going to unmonetize this now because I know myself. But we were able to say my vagina and this dick a lot last episode. So I feel like we're going to keep this up. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
I felt good.
I drifted to sleep and woke up flawless. I woke up like this. I woke up like this. We flawless. Ladies, tell them say I look so good this morning.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I have to worry.
We're already demonetized.
Oh, that's true.
I can sing as much as I want in this episode.
That's true.
And I am Beyonce now.
I don't think legally that.
Hey, come on now. Erik is very much enough. Never mind. We are not going to take it there. How long has it been since I got that much good sleep? It's because of that good D. Looked at my alarm clock. 10 minutes before school. Hey, it must be my lucky day. I feel like I'm going to wake up 10 minutes before I have to leave for work tomorrow. How do you feel? Karma owed me some luck. After all, I had gone through blah. Anyways, good luck. Blah. Suzu.
Yo, Anderson, you're carpooling with us from now on. You're not letting us waste. Blah.
My friends were the best. I'm going to get some breakfast. I think we just missed a note from... Oh, Erik, see what you've done?
Wait.
Oh, there we go. Huh? Before I could reach the handle for the...
Wait.
No, it's fine.
Okay, time to go. Quickly rushed to the doors, checking myself in the passing mirror. I wasn't wanting to impress anyone, but I still needed to look decent. Before I could reach the handle of the door, however, someone took my hand.
Take my hand.
I turned to see Erik. Oh, wait, there's music again. I was holding my hand back with a concerned frown on his face.
My name. Your name? My true name isn't Erik, miss. I wanted you to know my real name. If something were to ever happen. His true name? What do you mean? Why you are telling me this now?
I remembered reading about a demon's name from the journal I read yesterday. If I knew a demon's true name, you could summon them to you no matter where you were or what. Where you were or where they were. Words. Erik gently pulled me to him. I leaned close to whisper in my ear.
My name is Uzaris.
I don't know.
Uzaris, whatever. I need to know.
Uzaris.
As he said his name, I could feel it lock into my memory. It was something that I would never forget. Erik pulled away. He pulled out. He smiled at me despite carrying a worry in his eyes. If you were in danger, call my name. I promise that I'll come and help you.
Oh, that's so cute. I stared up at Erik, unable to say anything. I could only nod in response. Erik smiled before kissing my hand and heading into the dining room. That name would be used eventually.
Right. Right on cue, Naomi drip up. Alright, so we're going to play the blah 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 game again, because we don't give two shits about this anymore.
Blah, 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 blah,
blah.
Glare into her soul.
Oh, I said we were going to be badasses, and you just glared at her when you could have whacked her.
However, do you want me to go back?
Oh, no.
I want to glare into her soul. However,
I glared hard at her soul, feeling wisps of air and magic run through my skin and veins. However, I stopped at what I saw. Oh,
I'm going to need some of your Gatorade.
This is interesting. For what?
Because if I'm doing a Lizette voice, I'm going to need a drink.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Hey, it's Diana. Spoilers. A dark purple aura that seemed, that seemed all too familiar. It was like demon magic, but it seemed to be tamer.
Oh, I like this.
I slowly rose to my feet, collecting my... Did this not happen when you played this?
No. Because I just fought her.
Interesting. Collecting my belongings as I continued to stare at Lizette. Something was off. As I continued to look at her, the aura grew, forming a shadow behind Lizette with red eye-like shapes. glowing from within its darkness. Anderson, are you all right?
You don't say y'all on his mouth like, look.
I couldn't respond. I was entranced by a small hum in the air. It was distant, almost like an ethereal whisper you hear in horror games, but it was real. It sounded vaguely of a woman humming a tune I didn't recognize.
Hey, are you okay?
I was gonna try it.
No. Let's go. We'll be late for class. I'll deal with you outside,
So-
bitch.
I suddenly felt the need to walk away, so I did. Naomi and Susie scrambled to catch up and followed at my new quickened pace. So we skipped the fight.
Yeah, but we also just summoned a fucking demon on Lizette, and that's exciting.
I don't know that we summoned her. I stared into her soul, and that was what was there.
Yeah, but we remember when we were studying the book in Grandpa's office, we got some magic, remember? So by glaring at her.
Oh, I assumed that meant that we got the power to look into people's souls.
Oh. I don't
But
know. I
It
feel
could
like
go
there's
either way. Let's wait and find out.
I'm actually interested in what's going on in this game right
Yeah.
now. This is the first.
Yeah.
All right.
Sheesh, Anderson, you look like you saw a ghost.
No, saw a demon. Are you really okay? That fall was pretty bad. Do you need to, go to the nurse or something?
I think she saw underneath Lizette's caked face and saw the devil itself.
Oh, Susan, yeah, she said a guess. Ellipses.
No, something was wrong with Lizette. It was more than just her being mean. There was something or someone watching over Lizette. This game is
Dirty
layered.
Diana.
Or they were watching me
Oh.
behind Lizette. What were they doing? I didn't know, but it was definitely demonic. Surprisingly, the rest of the school
Blah, blah, blah.
text.
I'll be picking you up today.
Ah.
Yes. Oh, no, it's fine. Go. Blah, 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 blah. We're getting kidnapped, remember? Blah, blah, blah,
We're
blah,
getting
blah.
what?
Kidnapped.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Don't dirty up Malex's prey.
Maybe we'll be able to fight back now.
No, we have better. Well, not
Oh.
better, because now we're a DID. We tried to fight back last time.
No, I mean with like powers or something.
Oh, I didn't think of
Yeah.
that. Okay, boys. Okay.
Hey.
You're coming with me, Miss Anderson. You gonna spank me?
I couldn't fathom what was happening. I was blindfolded. Okay, this is the same. All I knew is that I was in trouble.
Darkness. However, nicely done. Little shits will come running. Blah. It'll be so funny when they find your dead body instead. There you go. Is
Yay!
Yeah.
Bright purple light engulfed the room, causing the devils around me to cover themselves. He's coming. He's coming.
Yes.
Hopefully, I'll be coming too soon. What the? Gusts of wind rushed past me, almost forcing me back. I covered my face with my arms, bracing myself and standing my ground. I tried to peek through my arms to see what was going on, but the light continued to shine brightly.
Shining so bright as the
Hey,
gust
hot stuff.
slowly started to die down. The light began to fade, revealing Erik. Erik!
I was really hoping you were going to be like, Erik.
Erik! Did you miss me?
Yes!
The seductive smile that graced his lips quickly disappeared as he turned to Malex. As Malex lowered his arms, Erik glared. You are really evil to the core, kidnapping an innocent woman like you did. It is disgusting how we demons are confused for your kind. Hee hee.
Look at this little man whore Erik right here, boys. Might as well sleep with a disease. Aw. Kill him! Kill him! The devils around them laughed, including Eris. I felt a twinge of anger, but Erik must have taken it from me and added it to his own.
Flicked his wrist and arm across his body, producing a small whipping noise through the air. However, Malex hissed and reached for his cheek, as if the air had slapped him hard. Real hard. What the fuck?
When Malex removed his hand from his cheek, I stared wide-eyed at the large slash that was revealed on it. A mixture of red and black blood gently dripped from the wound, causing Malex
I'm gonna have to
to
buy you more cigarettes.
growl angrily at Erik.
So, pretty boy thinks he's got balls, huh? Finger Wiener turns and says, I know he's got balls. I felt him yesterday. Well, time to make this pretty boy a dead... I thought that said a dead dick. I was like, what? A dead dick? A dead bitch?
That's horrible. It's like the worst thing that could happen.
All of a sudden, Malix lifted his gun towards Erik and pulled the trigger. Oh, this is you.
I gasped and tensed. I know you. Not believing what I was seeing, as I braced myself for Malix's bullet to embed itself into Erik. However, a large ethereal tendril shot up in front of Erik's body, sprouting from the ground by his feet. Quickly, after the bullet evaporated into the tendril, several others appeared, forming a dark purple crown around Erik's body.
What the fuck is that shit? Oh, this just got, like, really gross. This turned into tentacle porn. Oh, did you expect me to come unprepared for the second time around? Thanks to my lovely princess, I can now use the full extent of my powers. Unfortunately for you, that means I'm afraid you will lose this fight. You cocky little shit!
Malix charged up his energy and began to fire bullet after bullet at Erik in anger. However, the tendrils danced across Erik's body with ease, blocking each one as if they were mere pebbles to a wall. The remaining devils stared, trying to figure out what to do, help Malix or watch in silence. Eris, however, walked up beside me and crossed her arms as she watched with an amused smirk on her face.
Die already!
Erik chuckled before snapping his fingers, causing a row of tendrils to appear behind him, pointing their sharp ends at Malix, who continued to fire bullets at the incubus.
Fucking tentacle porn.
The tendrils uprooted themselves and floated into the air, straightening out to large spikes before quickly splintering into multiple thinner spikes. You realize I'm going to have to put this in fan fiction, right?
Is there a word for tentacle porn?
It's tentacle porn.
It's
I can only stare, completely lost and intrigued at the sight of Erik as Erik whipped his hand across his body again. No, it's called tentacle porn.
That's fucked up. Okay.
At Erik's command, the spikes flew at Malix, slashing and stabbing into his body. They were thin, barely pencil-sized wounds, and only a few went into his body. The others scraped and scratched at his skin as they flew by. This didn't kill Malix, however. That's too good for that rat bastard. Malix growled loudly before charging at Erik, causing the incubus to step back in slight shock. Malix pointed his gun at Erik, closing the distance between them, and fired as the barrel almost reached Erik's face. Instead of the bullet ripping into Erik, a large explosion forced both away from each other. Malix bounced off the far wall and landed on his feet, groaning in pain. Erik, however, slid across the ground, landing on his stomach.
Erik!
Malix slowly planted a foot into the ground to stand, but froze before doing so, staring at Erik's body. Erik, on the other hand, slowly rose and turned to face Malix head on. Erik reached a hand up and wiped off a small blood stain, why not, that had painted the side of his lip before growling almost animalistically. It's your turn. Go.
At that moment,
Can't read anymore.
something in the air changed. It charged. Sexual energy went flying. The air instantly went from frantic to still and energy. Oh, oops. Well, I fucked up. What could have been described in tone as the color red quickly
Tentacles.
turned to tentacles. How persistent. I guess I'll have to go all out on you and finally rid the world of you. Boom, boom, boom. Was that the extent of demon power? One of the tentacles grabbed Malix and split itself right up his slimy little asshole. My eyes never straight as another one attacked his mouth. Oh.
All right.
I'm sorry. It's the
You're
only
ruining the fanfic.
It's only.
His eyes began to glow with bright golden colors. Erik began to walk towards Malix. I feel like we're just trying to make each other laugh and then take over reading.
No, that's fine. Let's end this.
Malix aimed his gun and fired at Erik, but the bullet never made its target. As the shot erupted from the barrel, the ethereal tendrils erupted from Erik's back, creating a wing-like barrier from the bullet. Malix stared wide-eyed as Erik's tendrils absorbed the bullet and grew almost larger in size and in number with each step Erik took.
Erik's skin slowly began to morph and shift, changing from human to something else entirely. Something about Erik grew dark and menacing and transformed as he was making himself even darker. Before I was allowed to see Erik's new form, however, a pair of hands quickly covered my eyes. Instinctively, I reached up to grip them. What are you killing?
A spider?
A spitter? Kill it. Trying to pull them off, a voice stopped me.
Dead.
Where's the button? Damien, it's me. Don't look. I promise you don't want to see what's coming. I listened carefully and let the last two
never
words
bang him
linger
again.
in my mind. Don't look. I could hear everything though. I listened as Malix stood up with a pained grunt before being pushed against the wall with another shout. After that came the sounds of slashing and screaming and shredding and just like body parts being thrown across the room. Blood spurting, followed by Malex's screams, his cries of pain, his begging.
Maybe it was better that I wasn't able to see.
As the limbs were pulled off. Erik, enough! Almost instantly after James' command, the sound stopped. The air grew silent as a pair of footsteps slowly made their way to where I were. I just had to be sure he was dead.
Oh.
No use in letting him have a chance to revive.
He died in this one.
Yeah.
Ah.
You're getting sloppy, Erik.
I like how you're every voice now.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you're
getting sloppy, Erik. You've lost your grammar.
You've lost your grammar spell. That's why we...
Grammar spell? What did he mean? Why did Erik sound so different? Why was this being hidden from me?
Let me see.
It's a spell that makes us look human.
Let me see.
I froze. Look human? They didn't look like humans after all? What did they look? I can't read anymore.
What is that fucking noise?
Those people?
Oh, there's the sound of other humans. Well, that's terrifying. Where are those humans coming from?
Like demons.
Like demons?
As if Matthew knew what Damien was talking about, Matthew spoke up, followed by the sound of a cork popping out of a bottle. Well, not for much longer. Here. Okay, it's your turn.
Ah, there we are. Thank you, Matthew.
Is that from the tentacles?
I can hear the small clicking of glass being passed before hearing
okay.
Some sort of liquid. The feel of the air around me gently began to warm back up, you know what I'm saying? Insinuating that everything had been returned to normal. Can I see now? Let me see.
Finally, Damien moved his hands from my eyes, allowing me to see around once more. The devils, including Eris, had fled. On top of what I assumed to be Malex's body was a dirty sheet. My grammar spell has worn off again. That was quickly turning red from blood. I couldn't tell if it was even his body. It seemed lumped together like a pile of parts. The boys, however, had gathered around me, all of them, including Erik, looking like nothing had happened.
Nothing to see how? What just happened? Do you want to talk about it? No?
I tried to speak, but everything zipped around in my head at the whole event. I felt like speaking wasn't possible.
Let's just get you home, miss. There's nothing more to see here. I told nothing more to see here.
I could only nod. What had happened boggled my mind to the point of disbelief. I was second-guessing everything, lost in a sea of what and how, when, just now. As we walked out of the warehouse, I looked at Erik for some form of sign.
My grammar spell is worn off!
For some sign that I wasn't dreaming. I'd love to go over this with a red pen. I'll give you a grammar spell. Erik smiled softly at me before looking ahead, trying to look like nothing had happened. It was over. Malex was gone and the boys were finally safe. A wave of relief ran through my body at the thought of never having to deal with that group again. At the same time, a ping of realization hit the back of my mind. The boys were only going to stay until after Malex was defeated. That was our deal. As we approached home, I could feel something heavy weigh down my heart. It was late, but the boys led me inside and turned on the lights in the lobby.
Turn off the lights, turn off the lights.
On the lights. Turn on the lights.
Off. We're trying to get naked. Turn them off.